Let's move on to our fourth main topic today. And our fourth main topic today gets sent in to us by one of our Patreon supporters, Ali Hussein. And thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter, Ali. All right. Hi, John and crew. Love the show. Thank you so much, Ali. Variety just reported that Paul Dano is in talks to play the Riddler in Matt Reeves' The Batman. I remember seeing him in The Prisoners. Oh my God, he's so good. And some other movies. I am excited to see him play the Riddler. If the deal works out, love to hear your thoughts. All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. And I'll tell you what, the announcement that Paul Dano is going to be playing the Riddler is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now look, Jonah Hill, we talked about this a little bit yesterday on the John Campea Show. Jonah Hill was attached at one point. Might have been even be playing the Riddler. We don't know for sure. And while Jonah Hill was never a guy that I would have thought would play that role, when they announced him, I'm like, hey, this is a 2-time Academy Award nominated actor. I'm all for this. It's great. But when they announced that he was no longer going to be attached to the movie, I thought, okay, I was great with it if it was happening, but I'm also not losing any sleep over it now that he's not. And then Paul Dano's name came in. And I'll tell you why I'm really excited about the name of Paul Dano. The reason I'm really excited about the name of Paul Dano is because I believe, and I really like Jonah Hill, but I believe Paul Dano's two best performances are better than Jonah Hill's two best performances that he got Academy Award nominations for. Jonah Hill got Academy Award nominations for Moneyball and for Wolf of Wall Street, and he was awesome in both of those. But for my money, Paul Dano in Love and Mercy and There Will Be Blood, which he acted with the greatest of all time, Daniel Day-Lewis, in arguably Daniel Day-Lewis's best performance and arguably maybe the best leading man performance in the history of film. I'll have that argument. I'm not saying There Will Be Blood is the greatest motion picture of all time, but I will make the argument that Daniel Day-Lewis's performance in There Will Be Blood is the greatest male lead performance in the history of cinema. But anyway, there's an argument to be had there. But Paul Dano acted alongside of him in that, and I'll tell you what, he was mag-frickin-nificent. I was shocked that Paul Dano did not get a Best Supporting Actor nomination. There was a lot of buzz about that. And there was a lot of talk about that at the time, the fact that he didn't get a Best Supporting Actor nomination, which is crazy. So what I'm saying is, while I love Jonah Hill's potential involvement, 2-time Academy Award nominated actor, I will put Paul Dano's two best performances against Jonah Hill's two best performances. I like them both. Don't get me wrong. I like both these guys. I love Jonah Hill. He's terrific. But if you were to come to me, if the head of Warner Brothers were to come to me and said, hey, Campea, because that's how they say my name, we got to either go with Jonah Hill or Paul Dano. Which one do we go with? I'll say, well, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. No matter which guy you choose, it's a win. But if you got to pick one, go with Paul Dano. I love it. And here's the other thing about this. This is the other reason why this is very, very exciting to me. Because with the addition of Paul Dano now, while this Batman movie under Matt Reeves is not the biggest names, I am telling you right now, this is turning into one of the most talent-rich comic book movies in a while. This is absolutely turning into, forget big names. I'm not talking about big names, big superstar names. I'm saying in pure terms of pure talent, this Batman movie is slowly but surely turning into one of the most densely talent-rich comic book movies we've had in a while. Robert Pattinson is one of the best actors in the world right now. And almost anybody who has seen all of his indie films that he's been doing the last number of years goes, oh yeah, Pattinson is the shit. That's why Christopher Nolan's got him in Tenet coming up. He's got Lighthouse coming out, which he's already getting some Oscar buzz for, and why he got the Batman role. He is simply phenomenal. He is absolutely phenomenal. Zoe Kravitz was a name and a girl that for a time was just a novelty. Yeah, Lenny's kid. Lenny Kravitz's daughter. But she has developed so much that now she's in one of the most acclaimed television series in Big Little Lies, acting alongside titans in the world of acting. Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, on and Laura Dern, Reese Witherspoon. There are Oscars there, and she is a star of that show alongside those, and she completely holds her own. Jeffrey Wright is simply one of my favorite guys to see in anything. I don't like Westworld all that much, but when Westworld works best for me is when Jeffrey Wright is on screen. And aside from maybe James Earl Jones and Jeremy Irons, he's got the best voice in Hollywood. Jeffrey Wright has simply the best voice in Hollywood. And now you add on to that a Paul Dano, not to mention whoever else might be getting added here. I sit back, they added Robert Pattinson, and I was like, cool. Yeah, because he has seriously turned into one of the best actors in the world. He's incredible. But now, Pattinson, Wright, Kravitz, Dano, I am telling you, I'll say it again, this is turning into one of the most densely talent-rich comic book projects we've seen in a while. I'm not saying it's the most ever, but this is turning out, at least in principle. Who knows? The movie might suck. Movie might be terrible. But in principle, this is looking bloody brilliant. This is coming. Look, I've always say it's never a mistake to add talent. Never a mistake to add talent. And all they have done is add talent, and not just talent, elite level talent. That tells me a couple things. Most prominent of which is they are taking this movie damn seriously. When you add names like that, the studio doesn't just want it to make money. They are taking this movie damn seriously. Because when you add nothing but premium grade talent, that tells me you're taking it damn serious. And I think that should be something that excites everybody. I think it should excite DC fans. I think it should excite comic book movie fans in general. Hell, I think it should impress Martin Scorsese. I think it should impress movie fans in general when you see this type of a lineup, and it's exciting to see. Don't get me wrong. I still wish I could go back in time and have it so Ben Affleck was making the Batman film. I do. But hey, if we're not going to have that, this thing under Matt Reeves' leadership, I think it's coming together really, really nicely. Question is, guys, what do you guys think about all this? How do you think about the way this Batman cast is coming together? What do you think about the addition of Paul Dano? Jump down to the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.